Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, Ian, will be drawing Pokemon for all the unused types, and coming up with concepts and ideas for them. Now, I know this idea has been done countless times throughout the years, and as time goes on, less and less types are being available, so I just thought I would throw my hat into the ring and see what kind of Pokemon I would come up with. Now, the first type I went at creating a Pokemon for is a rock ghost type, which it feels like we should already have one, but no, we don't have a rock ghost type. And one of the first things that came to mind was cairns. My experience with cairns have always been the stacks of rocks on trails to mark the trail path. And to me, cairn has always sounded like carrion, and that brought to mind the carrion-eating birds of prey, most commonly known as vultures. So with those two ideas in mind, I went to my notebook and doodled up some ideas for a Pokemon. Now this first one is Carriol. It's a little mound of rocks with a little spirit inhabiting it, which is why it's a rock ghost type. Carriol likes collecting things such as rocks to add to its pile, or lost spirits to absorb into its spiritual mass. Once it reaches level 35 and it is night, Carriol evolves into Vernion. This Pokemon has amassed enough spiritual energy to break free from its shell of rocks. It now actively hunts for lost souls to feed on and is often found by dead creatures. It is still bound in one spot, its previous pile of protective rocks now resembling an overturned urn, rooting it to the ground. And next up is the Fire Fairy type combination. Again, this is a type combination that I am startled has not been used yet, as I feel it is a really unique combination that just feels like it should fit together. When I first thought about this Fire Fairy typing, I was inspired by fairy lights and fireflies, and I tried to think of a design that would combine both of them. I also thought about Rabombi's design, how delicate it was and small, and wanted to make something of my own, kind of that petite size. And I came up with this mischievous little creature. Pyrefae loves to form chains with each other at night, holding hands and lighting up their tails and heads. Observers from afar says it looks like a curtain of lights appearing from nowhere. Pyrefae loves to play pranks and are especially active at dusk during the summertime. Next up, we have the normal bug type, and this was inspired a bit by Larry. I am not kidding. In Japan, there's a bit of a salaryman trope, and salarymen are just hourly wage workers. So I was thinking about making an hourly wage worker that's also a beetle, beetles being the most common bug, and thus Kido-san was born. Kido-san will do anything for pay. Typical jobs are collecting items from the street and forest floors. They keep anything they find or are tasked to take care of underneath their long, tough wing elytron, or wing covers. Though often tired from taking multiple jobs, Kido-san will take any job given them as long as they get paid. And the next type is you! If you've been enjoying this video, be sure to share it with your friends. If you're feeling generous, maybe hit the like and subscribe buttons as well. But without further ado, let's move on to our normal ice type. What is a normal animal that likes to frolic in the snow? A snow hare, obviously, but how to make it seem more ice type? By making it an avid skier with long feet. I will admit I was inspired a little bit by Powder from the 2002 Winter Olympics. Look how adorable this thing is. Lobsky love to pick up twigs and use them to guide themselves as they rush down slopes. The bottom of their wide feet prevent them from sinking into fresh and fallen powdery snow. The black rings around Lobsky's eyes help reduce glare of the sun reflecting off of snow. And last but not least is a type that only a Mega has used, the coveted Dragon Fairy type, and this is Jamel. I was originally thinking about a typical fairy tale dragon when I started designing this Pokemon, but it eventually evolved into a damsel princess dragon, combining those two tropes that so often seem to be combined and mixed up nowadays. So I came up with Jamel, and Jamel is a dainty dragon who loves to receive praise and lounge about. The horns on its head resemble a crown. Though Jamel may look dainty and rather weak, she is not. Jamel is fearsome when the situation calls for it, enveloping foes and evildoers within a flame of dragon and fairy magic. And that is it for this video. I kind of promised all the remaining types, and I know we have some left. I just ran out of time and inspiration juice. Let me know down below what would be some of your ideas for these unused types. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!